Hey guys, I am back finally with another book talk. Sorry, I've been kind of MIA. School, or my first semester of college has been crazy. There's so much homework and work and trying to juggle working because I'm currently working 2 jobs and then trying to find time to do like social things with my roommate and our friends on campus, and then going out to my best friend's college, which is like 45 minutes from here, and hanging out with her on weekends. It's been crazy. I'm still trying to get into the swing of being on my own without my parents and not being able to, drive home every weekend because I live 4 hours away. So it's been crazy. So I'm hoping now I'll start finding time to read. I really haven't had any time to read. I had some in the beginning, and then I got swamped with homework and papers and speeches, and then I was like, there's no free time for this. I have to do my homework. So I really put everything on the back burner. So hopefully I can start reading again because I really, really miss it. Anyways, the book I'm talking about is Every Last Word by Tamera Stone. This was actually my book club's pick for September. I didn't finish it till November because I'm an awful person. And I remember before leaving off to college, I made a comment in one of my videos that I was super proud of myself because I was finally caught up in all of the books we'd read this past summer, and I had been behind. Well, then I fell back behind because I'm an awful person. But I don't feel that bad because we actually haven't changed anything on our page since September. So I guess everybody in the book club is just kind of assuming we haven't read anything in the last 2 months, but we've talked about these books. So, yeah. This book is about a girl named Sam, and Sam, I believe, is a junior in high school, and she suffers with severe OCD. She goes to a shrink once a week to talk about her problems, and she's on a bunch of medications, and she's just trying to make it through life. She is finding that she's not fitting in so well with her group of friends that she's had since like kindergarten, but she doesn't want to leave because if she leaves, she doesn't know where she'll go because she doesn't have any other friends. When we first decided we were going to read this book, I'd seen the cover, I'd heard roughly that it was about OCD, but I didn't know anything else about the book. And so I was really skeptical about reading it. I didn't think I'd like it, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, we picked it, so I'll read it anyways. But I really, really did enjoy this book. I liked it way more than I thought I would. I got super, entrapped into it, especially once I got to the second half of the book. And, I got a little before halfway before I had to stop putting it down in September, and I picked it back up yesterday while I was waiting between the end of my shift and to go back into work for a meeting. So I work at a mall, so I sat in the food court for 2 hours and read, and then went back for my meeting. So I was entrapped after that, and I had to finish it. So I finished it this morning. I really love this. I found Sam super relatable, and I don't know how other people perceive her, but I personally felt like I could really relate to her. I have slight OCD. I don't have it as bad as she does. It's just with very tiny nitpicky things I'm really OCD about, so it's not that. But I do have really, really bad anxiety. Over the past couple of years, I've worked on it personally with myself, and I've overcome a lot of things that I didn't think I'd ever be able to. My anxiety, social anxiety, was so bad when we would go out to dinner with my family and the waiter would ask for my order. I'd have to look at my mom and have my mom order my food. I couldn't speak for myself unless it was within, my family or my group of friends that I've known for ever. I'm not comfortable with things I was not comfortable doing because I'd never previously done them. It was really, really hard, and I have minor freakouts or panic attacks, and it was just I'm surprised I never got put in therapy or anything or on medication, but I never really told my parents that I felt this way or I had these panic attacks. I especially could not get up and speak in front of my classes. I am still having really hard problems with that considering I'm in a speech class this semester. But it got to the point when I have to get up and present or do a speech by myself, my body starts to shake. My voice shakes really, really bad. You can hardly understand what I'm saying. My voice goes in and out, and then I start crying. It's just the way my body reacts to being up in front of a whole bunch of people. and I really struggled with it. It was really hard, and trying to keep it a secret from like all my friends. Like I couldn't do certain things because I didn't feel comfortable, but I couldn't say it. Okay, so I relate to her on that level with like her OCD and then my anxiety, and the way she acts with AJ when she goes to his house and she's like all awkward with these guys, and I'm like, that is so me. That is so me on so many levels. I wish I could find a guy like that. Like, I need to stop reading contemporary romances because it's setting me up for failure in life, and it's so sad. Other than me personally being able to relate to Sam, I love the way she was written, how she's so timid, but she changes so much throughout the story. She's a timid little girl who can't tell her horribly bossy friend that she doesn't want to be friends with them. She wants to be treated like a normal human being. She doesn't want to be the second-rate friend like she was treated in the beginning with one of the friends' birthdays. And I love that she developed and she became such a strong person, and she was able to like distance herself from those people and find wonderful people that wanted to be her friend and would be there for the better, not to like bring her down so they could build themselves up. Sam and AJ, every time, they started to have their little thing, I called her from the beginning. When she apologized to him, I knew they were gonna hook up, just putting it out there, and I was waiting for it forever. And every time they had scenes together, it was just the two of them. It put me in my feels, and it was not okay because I just love them together. They're so cute, and they both have their problems, but they both accept each other, and they're so supportive. And like, even when he kind of found out that she was crazy and she like imagined this whole person, he still loved her and he was still there for her, and he didn't just abandon her. Like, he was trying to help, and it was so cute, and they put me in my feels, and this is not okay because I don't need another couple to ship because I ship too many of them already. And then switching from that into that whole imaginary person she made up, Caroline. I had no flipping clue Caroline was a part of Sam's imagination. That was flipping crazy. I did not see that coming in any sort of way. Like, I seriously thought she was a person, and then when AJ was like, she died, that was the girl, she died like in 2007, I was like, oh shit, I thought she was gonna be a ghost. I didn't think she was a figment of the imagination. I thought she was a ghost, and I was like, that's fucking crazy. And honestly, if I was Sam, I don't know how I would react if I apparently made up this person that does not exist from this dead girl that I read a story about her in the newspaper the year before. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I would feel like maybe I would be put in a mental ward, or I'd just go crazy and then start questioning reality. Be like, if she wasn't real, then are you even real? Like, is even all this real? I'm surprised obviously she had a slight mental breakdown. She cried and like couldn't grasp on to like reality that she wasn't a real person. But she came through that, because I don't know if I would be that able to like piece myself back together after finding out this so-called person I considered like my new best friend wasn't real at all. Like, she was a real person. I based her off a real person, but she wasn't like real. Like, I don't know how I would handle that. Like I mentioned earlier, I freaking love AJ and Sam. I think they're adorable. They are like the cutest couple ever, and it's just great. Although I did not agree with them having sex. I know, I'm a teenager. I know, we all do it eventually. We all swipe the V card. But she really didn't know AJ that long, and she knows deeper things about him. But I feel like they hadn't been together long enough to do that. Like, I feel like the author just kind of threw that in there because it is a teen YA. It does have romance, and apparently we're all just a bunch of horn dogs and we want to have sex. So I really disagree with that scene in there. I wish it would have been like they've been together a lot longer, not like maybe I think it's like around a month. That's just way, way, way too early. I did not agree with that. I think the story still would have been extremely lovely, even if that scene hadn't have been put in there. Overall, I really did enjoy this book. I loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I am super pumped that I actually got through this, and I really love it naked. Like, look at this pretty blue color. I just really like blue. And like, reading this kind of makes me want to write poetry, but I've written poetry before because it's been required in school, and I'm really, really bad at it. Reading this and like her just like spending all this time writing, it makes me want to get back into writing. I am a creative writing major. I want to be a published author. I will be on the New York best-selling list eventually, as soon as I get, you know, out of college and stop writing fan fiction. I will be up there. I will be there, and I will be working for a publishing company on top of that as an editor. This is gonna happen. But this makes me want to sit down and write. But I just haven't had time, which is killing me inside, because all I want to do is sit down and write. But I have so much homework, and then I have work, and then I have to sleep and like find time to socialize, and it's awful. It is so awful. Alright, well, I am done rambling now, and I'm gonna go get food and probably read what I need to read for my English class before Tuesday. So I will see you guys next time with a video. I'm not gonna do that outro because the likelihood of me doing those is crazy. Oh, but do keep an eye out, because this week I'm expecting a package, and then I will do a book haul / unboxing from all the books I bought since August, September till now. I have a shit ton of books because I got a job and I have money, and I'm a really awful person and I bought a bunch of books. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, I'm Chrissy. Goodbye!